Created by Brett. Yeah. Hey Brett, how do you make time go faster when you're in the car going on a long trip? Now I hate going on long trips. Even like an hour, it's too long for me because being in a car is boring. But here are my ideas.
Now the most obvious idea is to play something on your iPhone or your pad or your device, whatever you happen to have. But that won't work on a long trip because you're going to run out of battery. Unless your car has something that you can plug it into, but let's assume that it doesn't, so I am going to skip all ideas that have to do with electronics and just get old school. You can play the alphabet game. You can play it by yourself, you can play it with others, but the way that it works, if you've never played it before, is you're looking around you at signs on the road. And when you see a sign that has a letter A in one of the words, then you can make a mental note, okay, you got rid of A. And then there's a B in the next sign, and then you say, okay, B. Okay, and then in that same sign, there's also a C, and then a D, and then an E, and then an F. So whoever gets to Z first wins. Now people will probably ask you, where did you get the Q? Where did you get the X? Where did you get the J? And you're going to have to explain yourself. And like you say, I got the Q in that liquor store, because Q, liquor. So, and that's a little secret. And X, you can always get X in the word exit. There's a cop over there, so I had to look. I'm not driving, by the way. Bring a book or some magazines with you. That's a great way to kill some time. And if you're like me and you think people should hear your voice all the time, you can read out loud to them. Are you laughing at me? My wife's laughing at me. Or you can spend $4 at the grocery store and get one of those games magazines, and it'll have like hours and hours and hours worth of games. I've gotten those in the past when I've gone on a long flight somewhere, or I'm going to be on a road trip like you're asking about, and they just really kill the time if you like that kind of thing. I happen to like that kind of thing, but it's funny because I'll only do certain puzzles or games because I'm not good at all of them. So I'll do the ones that I'm good at, and then I can feel like I'm very smart. When I was a kid, my family took a boring-ass 2-week road trip from California to Oklahoma and back to California. And my mom got these really cool things called travel bingo. I don't know if you've ever played bingo, but it's like, it's 5 by 5 and there's numbers along it. It's like, you're supposed to get 5 in a row, diagonal, up or down, whatever it is. Bless you. Travel bingo is different because it doesn't have numbers or letters. It has a thing you might see on your trip, like a cow, or a mailbox, or a train in each of the squares in this grid. And when you see one of those things, you get to mark it off. Then whoever gets 5 in a row first wins. And if you can't find these, because this is like 100 years ago when I was a kid, you can even spend some time in the car making them up yourselves. You have to have, I guess, 24 different things, because the middle is always a free space. I don't know why they do it that way, but the middle of the middle is a free space. So yeah, then you fill in the other 24 things with pictures of, like, you draw a picture or you write the word cow, train, railroad crossing, airplane, I don't know, certain kind of car, mailbox, anything like that that you think you're going to see in the next however many hundreds of miles that you're going to have to play this stupid thing. And then you each have your own card, and then you just start. Plus it kills time to actually have to make the boards up, because that takes time. Then you play the game, and that takes time, and you've killed hours just doing that. Which brings me to my next suggestion, which is bringing a pad of paper with you. Pad of paper and some pens. See, I'm a really creative guy, and I'm making YouTube videos all the time, so what I would do in the car maybe is make up a list of video ideas for myself and maybe flesh them out or something like that. Or if I want to make a parody of a movie or a viral video or a song that just came out, remember the song or the video or whatever, because we aren't using electronics, remember, and then come up with maybe 10 jokes for it, or 20 jokes, or 30 jokes for it. And that's the thing, is you get better ideas if you come up with lots of ideas. So you can have some terrible ideas. If you have 20 ideas and 19 of them are crap, but one is good, that's totally worth your time. Plus that's the goal anyway, is to waste some time, right? Did I just spit? So make sure when you're going on a trip, you bring paper and you bring some pens. And you can always draw pictures of things. Like one person will say, okay, draw me a picture of a duck. And then you have to draw a picture of a duck. And then you tell them, okay, draw me a picture of a tornado. And then they draw a picture of a tornado. Oh, and if you're making a parody of a song, you can spend a long time, half an hour, an hour, coming up with alternate lyrics to the song.
So those are my ideas for now, but if you're watching this and you have some ideas, put them down in the thingy thing so that people watching this won't be as bored on their long trips. Make sure you tell me what question you want me to answer. It can be one of these, or you can add your own. And if I like it, and I can answer it, I'll add it to the list for next week.